Welcome to 1111 Tarot, and let's get your read started. So you guys, I want you to understand that this isn't, as you hear always, isn't going to resonate with every single person. If it does not resonate with you, drop it at the door. Make sure that you really listen to the overall message all the way to the end, please, because sometimes it changes as more develops through the cards, and you might be seeing the past in the beginning, but where we end up is the future, and the different places and choices that you would have in life. So I do my own 10-card spread, and I was divinely guided with this spread, and it works on where you are in your transition. It works on your mind, your soul, your body. It also gives us your release area that you need to work on. It gives us a nudge, or where we're stuck at the most. And then I do the shadow subconscious, I do the material world, and then I do the heaven above where the blessings come in. And then right here, we're going to go ahead and put our final outcome. So that would be what we're looking for at the end of this completed cycle, if you will. And for me, the Moonology Oracle cards, this is a guidebook, and it's by Yashmin Boland. It's so amazing for healing. I know I said that last time, but it's true. And it does come with a box as well as the book. So we'll set that over here. Okay, you guys. With these cards, they give an understanding, I guess is the best way to put it, of what is influencing your moon sign. Now, when you look at your moon sign, I said that kind of funny, moon. When you look at your moon sign, this is usually where your heart is leading you, to kind of guide you into something. Now, your Venus sign is love, but your heart has other desires than love too. So it's always very good to understand what's really guiding us in our quest, our mission to improve ourselves. So this is a little bit working with the subconscious, if you will. And we're just going to go ahead, lay these out and cut them. And then we're just going to put them at the top of the spread right up here. Okay? We're going to come back to that after we show what it is. We'll come back and do this actual read of what the card means at the end of this. So let's turn it over. We've got show the world the real you. This is a full moon in Aquarius. When it says show the world the real you, the reason this is so important, and I always say it, it's like spoiler alert, because this is what the spread will be about, because I do intuitive reads, is this is going to be talking about getting your above as you're below as above, you're in and you're out. You know, I mean, it's really about living a true life, which can be very, very difficult when we've built a shaky foundation in our world. So show the world the real you is going to entail now, for those that are important to hear this message, what it is that you have to achieve to get to those steps. Like what steps you have to take to achieve, if you will. So with that, let's go ahead. Let's do our next sections here, which I really enjoy these here cards, these herein. And I don't know the name, forgive me. I've had them for quite a while. This is the back side. They're very lovely in their colors, and they're my favorite deck. I think this was my second deck that I ever received, and I have found that this deck is small enough that I can really handle it well. So if you're a beginner, I do recommend, if you want to read your own tarot cards, get something that fits in the hand really well. And I like the fact that this is very easy to understand in the artwork. Okay? So we'll do this a couple more times, and then we'll give it a cut. So there we go. And one more. Perfect. Love it. All right, here we are. So I'm just going to shuffle these a little bit. There went one. Okay, that wasn't exact. Half the deck came out. Okay, so that would have been spirit. We have a lot of spirit work coming up. I think what we're going to do, we'll leave that on the top of this, but we're going to just cut the deck into 3 piles. This being that one card. Now I did accidentally reverse it when I put it back on. And we're just going to leave these piles right here to come back to. We'll turn this over. So this is your mind. And somebody's feeling a little left out in the cold. And I sense that's a materialistic feeling, like they're feeling left wanting. And they're unfulfilled. So that's where our mind is. The mind is really struggling, if you will, to keep thoughts focused in a way that is productive. I feel a lot of reminiscing. Maybe it's this little feather hanging off the stick. I kind of feel really lonely and sad. So I think somebody's mind is reflecting in a heavy way. I almost feel a sense of regret, and that's a very, very sad place to be. I will go ahead and grab our spirit for this person. Now this is nice, the spirit. So the mind is that's constantly rolling while you're trying to sleep, but your spirit in your heart, in your heart chakra where your feelings are, okay, is a Page of Pentacles. So somebody is very hopeful that there's going to be a new beginning. They see a spring here where they've got this brand new, like it's a white deer. So they feel there's something very special about this new beginning. And look how large this pentacle is. This isn't just, when you talk pentacles, you're not just talking about financial stability and wealth. It's an overall stability in the life. And that's what this whole cherry blossoms is. And think of Japan. I mean, in the culture and the richness and the fullness of it. And that's cherry blossoms brought that to mind. And really look at this princess. She's regal. And this is a very healthy spiritual place. So they're very, very hopeful, even though their mind might be self-sabotaging those feelings. So let's jump in to see how that's affecting the body. With the body, we have the 8 of Swords. Yeah, the body is responding to like shutting down, trying to go within. You see this is the 8 of Swords. I might have said 7 of Swords. I meant 8 of Swords. This is someone that's purposely allowed herself to be blindfolded. And I think it's so that she's using the internal eye to look throughout her body. Okay, so this is about the body. And I feel as though this person, even though she's surrounded by these swords, she remains uncut. But she's bound herself. I feel this person needs to ask for a healing, but doesn't feel they deserve it. So I think we need to open our heart up with this mind part and realize you want this new beginning right here, right? But you're playing tricks that you're left out in the cold. It's not that you've been forgotten and you don't get the blessings. It's that you're reminiscing too much in your head and playing tricks on your mind to think that you don't deserve the blessings that are coming. This white deer is a peace offering. This is a divine feeling to this card with all this cherry blossoms in life. You do deserve this blessing. And so we really need to get to a point to where when she's got that blindfold on, she realizes one step backwards in a step of faith, not judging yourself, will allow you to accept the healings that the divine is offering. This is a very serious read for someone that's self-torturing because they feel they don't deserve something that is being offered by the divine. You don't get to choose whether you're due it or not. You get to choose if you accept it or not. But this white deer with this cherry blossom tree, this is your card. This is the divine saying, I wouldn't give it if you didn't deserve it. Please accept. So when it says show the world the real you, I don't think the real you is surfaced yet to say, hey, I can accept this. The real me didn't mean to do anything so bad as to have internal wounds this bad. I know I did a lot of stuff wrong, but if the divine feels that I understand my mistake, it's time to move on. If the child breaks the cookie jar getting a cookie, you're not going to torture them till they're 50 years old. And every time they reach for a cookie or food, say, remember when you broke that cookie jar? That would be ludicrous. So this is in your mind. You know this. You're aware of it. This is what you've got to understand. Your blessings from the spiritual side, you do deserve them. That white deer and cherry blossoms says so. This is going to be interesting. Now our next set is right here, is our release. Our chakra card, which is going to tell us where our actual hang up is in the chakra. It also shows the wisdom in the decision of the divine that's telling you what they expect you to do if you wish to be healed or if you wish to feel better. I do feel this is in the body, okay? So I feel that this person feels like they don't deserve the blessing. So let's get this. This is the Chakra Wisdom Tarot. It's 78 cards. It's got a beautiful illustrated guidebook. And these cards warm my heart every time I use them because the passion in the artwork is exquisite. So this is the book itself. It's by Tori Hartman. Sorry, there you are. And the book defines a little bit about what the cards mean per chakra, as well as they give us a tarot read too. So this is the back of the deck, this beautiful burst of sunlight. And this is more or less the colors that you're dealing with. Absolutely beautiful. With that, guys, let me put this back in here and we will go ahead and get your chakra card and we'll read what chakra that we need to work on. I do feel this is going to pinpoint a little bit more of where, and it might be multiple spots, but wherever this person is harboring this in their body, it's actually their own mental anguish, I feel, that has brought the point on that they absolutely believe that they deserve this illness rather than allowing healing. Now, I'm not sure. Maybe this person cannot be fully healed, but can there be relief? Yes, I'm sure there can, because a lot of what we feel in life is based on our stress level or our belief system. You know, if you're the kid that everybody called dumb, you grow up with that belief, and it can cause complete physical differences in a child that was told how smart they are, even just in the radiance of their health. And so someone probably did do a lot of nasty shit in their life, you know. And yeah, if you don't like swearing, I do occasionally. I try not to. But they've done some bad things. And I don't think it's in their head. They really feel left out in the cold, like they don't deserve anything. And I'll tell you something. This is a lesson in life every single day. Every single day we screw things up. And when we do, we're here to learn from it and move on and improve, not stay stuck with the Eight of Swords. Okay, so we need 3 piles out of this deck. We need the Chakra Wisdom Tarot. which is going to tell us our stuck position. Then we're going to need the nudge or the stay card, which tells us which direction kind of. It kind of gives us two choices, okay? It says there's two ways to look at that card. It's either stay in this position stuck, and this is the result, or take the nudge, and this could be the result. And then above here, we're going to put the completed shift cycle. So we'll do a little bit of card shaking here, but we can always just divide it into 3 as we have the other decks so that we don't take, oh, okay. That's interesting. This came up the last time in this exact position. So I'm not sure what that means, but we will find out. So we're looking for 2 more. This is the nudge or stay card. And we're also looking for the completed, whoa, okay. 10 of coins. So we got the Wheel of Fortune in the Chakra Wisdom card. We're going to read on that. We have the nudge or stay. We have the 10 of coins. So it's kind of like, would you want to walk away? Excuse me. I feel this is in reverse because I remember getting it in reverse and I turned it. And I was like, why would you want to walk away from 10 of coins? But I choked, like my words were corrected. And so this is what you need to walk away from is, yes, I can feel it in my throat. Truth train coming through. This is the 10 of coins in reverse. So this is definitely not abundance in this position. And we will define these in just a little bit. And then up at the top, the completed cycle, we're just going to throw the whole deck up there after we cut it. I just feel the need to make sure it's nice and mixed up so that we get our completion card at the top. All right, you guys, before we go further, let's read about the Wheel of Fortune. I got to find it here. And this doesn't go in any order that I understand at this point. I'm still learning this book. Okay, so this is green. 4 of Cups, Wheel of Fortune. Let me see. Let me see. Somehow I miss a boat because it should match the green one, right? Once I learn this book, you guys will love me so much more. I am so sorry. But you really can't prepare for this because you have no idea what cards you're going to get. So we'll just kind of, it said minor. Okay, so there's the minor. And now you're learning how to work the book if you do get it. So if it's a major arcana, level 2, it does not have the color around it. And the Wheel of Fortune is definitely such. And it's also a 10, which is a completing of a cycle. And the wheel is constantly turning, okay? It can get really slow, but it's always turning. Sometimes it speeds up quite quick. Now, this is the 4th chakra. It says the Fool discovers that destiny requires timing. So the Fool is now using all of the tools. Let me get that up there for you. Let me hold it just right. The Fool is now using all of the tools the magician gave her. She is summoning the forces of the universe to manifest only what is true to her heart, or in her heart. We have all the tools we need to create that which we choose. This is the 4th chakra message. In this 4th chakra card, the Fool is using her feminine power and compassion she learned from the Empress. So this is a very pre-Empress card, okay? What I personally see, and we'll get back into this, is this person is basically wielding a lot of gifts up there. So if you think that there's one gift out there, there's many. And if this is our chakra wisdom card where we're having a problem, I think it's recognizing that these gifts are very well deserved, and you've got to allow your body to heal and rest to receive them. Okay? And it goes on to say, like the Fool, you too can now summon all the tools you'll need to create your heart's joy at will. Will you manifest your own destiny? Will you summon the tools of the magician? Indication: knowing we have everything we need to open our heart to our own true desires. We are then no better or worse than anyone else. Stop the read. What do you think that means when you look at this? You're no better or worse than anyone else. See, it's the divine explaining to you. You have the ability to get out of the cold by accepting this humble blessing that Spirit's offering to you. And what's wonderful is your body gets the release of this cutting edge tension and stress. Okay? So it's really important. This is a very, I'm serious, very important read for someone. All right, let's finish. It goes on to say, will you step forward and summon what your heart craves? Keywords: compassion, surprises, development, possibilities, unforeseen events, destiny. Somebody here in this read that's supposed to hear this has been questioning a very big gift that they know is right in front of them, and they are worried to take that chance and have faith that they are being guided. But this is destiny, you guys. It's unforeseen in many ways. Now, the planet is Venus, which means love, you guys. Somebody doesn't think they deserve love. And they do. The divine is saying, yes, you do. So with Venus, it's a conjunct energy. When Venus syncs up with your birth chart, it creates a conjunction or doubled energy. You experience a heightened sense of desire and are more determined to create your intention. Energy is intense and powerful. Use it to find what you enjoy now. Meditate. And this is where we've got this Eight of Swords, you guys, right down there. Meditation. Look at how far the Fool has come. She reminds you that your heart knows the path. It is by summoning the truth from our darkness that we can make request from the heavens. Think about what you will summon from the ether. What does your heart truly crave? Now with this, I'm going to explain to you, you have to be careful because you're summoning the truth. And you have to really have done your shadow work. So that might be what you're doing. You might be in the middle of some serious shadow work. Okay? Then it goes on to say your next steps. Truth of your heart is when you are willing to be open to what you really deserve, not what looks good on paper. The right thing will happen as depicted in the 5th chakra card of justice. So the divine wants justice to come in. And you, my friend, are not allowing it. You're resisting a divine gift that the divine wants you to receive. Now, what's interesting is in your nudge or stay, if you stay where you are, you will remain poor. And I'm not talking just monetary. Look at all the coins floating away. Everything's upside down. This is a very beautiful lady. She goes away. She goes away. Everything in this goes away. Because this is poor in mind, body, spirit. This is your overall. You just, without the blessing. And you say, well, I deserve to be poor. The divine has a plan. And you are part of that plan. And the divine is asking you to step up to plate in this read. So let's go ahead and put our Chakra Wisdom Tarot Guidebook away, because that is such a wonderful book to share. That's why I say some of these kits are incredible, because they give you so much information that ties the read in. I would like to go ahead and let's move everything over. I do this every time so far. I don't know why I don't start off here, right? And we are going to read our Moonology card at the end. Remember, it's Show the World the Real You, Full Moon in Aquarius. And we're going to peek at this before we go to the next set here on the read. If you look, Full Moon in Aquarius, she has her back right now to us. This is very shadowy. So I do feel you're looking at this, but she's in the healing waters. She's allowing the healing waters to come in, and that's show the world the real you. Shed that exterior avatar off. Maybe it feels all broken right now. Maybe that body and that mind are feeling tortured. The divine's got plans, and that's going to come to light in this read, what those plans most likely are. So let's get our shadow cards. We're moving everything over. So let me do that real quick. And then we'll get the next set of the cards in the read. Now, this next set is our shadow side, our material world, and our heaven world. When I say heaven world, I'm talking about the blessings and the gifts that can be bestowed upon us that are waiting there for us if we can work through some of these shifting blocks and hurdles. And with this deck, I think we're going to go with the Good Tarot. This is really an amazing deck. The artwork, you guys, this is the box. It's kind of shiny. It's by Colette Baron Reed, and it's the Good Tarot. And this deck is, I hate to say one of my favorites, because I say that about every single deck I order because I love them, or I don't order them, or if somebody gives them to me as a gift, okay? But the artwork in this book and in this, look at this artwork. The colors. Let me see where I can get it. Look at the colors. Just exquisite. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and give these a few shuffle. Now we need 3 good piles of this. I think we'll just basically shuffle it a few times and then divide the entire deck up and set it out. I like to do that so that the qualifying cards are already there, decided by the divine, and I'm not choosing them. I simply cut the deck wherever I'm guided to cut it, and the top card, and then the next card, and the next, and the next, tell the story. And that's just how I simply do it. I don't think there's a right or a wrong way. I don't think there's a right or a wrong spread. I think that you just need to make sure that you're in a place of love and good intent and balance in your life to be able to read the cards properly, simply because you need to be in a high vibration. But you can do this, you guys. You can do this. So let's cut the deck first of all. About right there. All right. And now let's see. We'll go. Well, let's go from the bottom up, because this is the shadow, so we'll put it on the bottom. We'll do the material. And now we'll do the heavenly gifts. Okay, I think we're going to lay this, which is a gift from April, one of my very, very close sisters. And it is a quartz crystal, which is elegant, beautiful, and pure. I want to lay that right up here. And then I think with this lapis lazuli, or I'm not sure, maybe it's not that, and I may not even said it right. But this is absolutely beautiful. We're going to put that right on that moon card. Okay, you guys, time for shadow work. Take a deep breath. Get your, get your coffee or your tea or your soda, whatever it is, your water. Hopefully it's water. Get that ready, because shadow work sometimes can really be revealing. And I find it the most interesting, and sometimes it guides us in the biggest way how to move forward and get movement. So you have the King of Earth in our shadow work. Now, in the King of Earth, if you look at him, this is someone that's very solid in their foundations. And this is your shadow work. This is where you're trying to get. You're trying to get that foundation solid. And this is your overall work to get to this point. So we will qualify this in the extended read to find out more. But the shadow work could also be, this is a person. So if you are looking at someone that is part of the earth, they're very nature oriented. Maybe they're fishermen, or they're whatever. They just love the earth, and perhaps they're a humanitarian. And this is a male in your life, or a female, because this masculine energy could be male or female. we have both masculine and feminine within us. But in this case, I could see a Pisces. That would be one, because they are fish and part of the earth. I could see Capricorn, because it's coins, and they're very studious with their coins. There's a feeling to me that this is a person. Okay, so this is in your energy vortex, and it looks like this person, whether they're male or female, is wanting to come in. And remember when it was about not necessarily accepting love, do you feel that you don't deserve love is the question. And is this person in your shadow work because you're really thinking and working on that complex thing of, can you let go of the fears you have of what it feels like to have unconditional love, where somebody just is there? I mean, it would cause the mind, if you haven't experienced that or it's someone new coming in, there is that concern. So this is totally understandable. But what you've got to do is you've got to get over this, which is our second card in the deck. And that is where your mind is. You need to remember, are you fearing that this person will leave you out in the cold? Are you fearing that? Let's go ahead and look at our material part of it. It can be people, it can be environment, it can be places, it can be things. You have a messenger of fire coming in. So this could be Sagittarius, Aries. It's a messenger, so it could also be Gemini because they are air. It could be Libra. I do see these beautiful candles, but she looks angry to me. So I do think there is a message coming to you that you might feel not satisfied with, leaving you unsettled. I almost feel like because your physical is this woman that's going inside, this person knows this message may be coming. And it's really bothering them. And it's a physical bother, like it's ailing them. And they're not wanting to see it. They don't want to see the message. They don't want to even think about the message. They've got the blindfolds over their ears. They don't want this person approaching them, this messenger. They don't want this message. So they're dreading the message, is why they're all discombobulated. But they do have a blessing coming in. Now, I don't know if this message is about the blessing or if this message is a blessing. But I will tell you, these look like two completely different things. This girl right here, she looks hurt and angry. And this girl right here looks happy as heck. So I think some decisions are being made is what I overall see. And I think your decision is going to come right back to show the world the real you. I think there's something you know is going to lead you to a decision that others may be surprised at. Others may not understand why you chose it. Oh yeah, our blessing is the King of Air. This is the gift from above. The King of Air is somebody that basically can contain their emotions and still make a decision, such as justice, which is right, which is wrong. Also clears the air, a lot of clarity with this card. So when you look at this heavenly card, this is divine stepping in with this decision and is saying to you, accept the real blessing. Out of this decision, you know what one it is. Quit worrying about how everybody else is going to react. Because to be honest, the divine is blessing your choice. And I do feel that this is either a Capricorn or a Pisces. I see deer antlers of some sort. I see fall colors. This could be something coming in September within the month. I do feel that it's coming very soon. I don't see a chariot on the table. but that wheel looks like it's flying. Now, the Ten of Coins is upside down at this point. I think when you look at the king here, this is the steadiest king there is. Okay? So if this is a person right now, you're lacking. You're lacking. Nothing in this picture upside down works. And my advice would be to make the decision to go with your heart. Go with your heart and get this Ten of Coins upright. Make the right decision. You know what it is. Is it to please this messenger of fire and everybody else? Keep them happy? Or is it to make yourself happy? You deserve it. You deserve it. Let's get the outcome card here. And then we're going to read what the show the world the real you means. Oh my. Okay. You guys. This is the Empress offering a cup. Her cup. This is the Empress. This is beautiful. So you're making a decision between two individuals and you care for both. You care for both a great deal. I'm going to cry. And you don't want to break somebody's heart, and you know it's going to hurt them. But you got to go with what's real. You got to go with what's real to you. Because you got to show the world the real you. All right, guys. We are going to have to clarify more on this King of Earth. I want to know more about this message. I definitely want to find about this King of Air. Sorry, that choked me up. I read intuitively through the divine, and there are times when these reads move me emotionally to the point I can connect with you guys to feel what you're feeling because of the story that is being shared. So you're looking at this amazing gift, but you're worried about somebody else's heart, and you're thinking about self-sacrificing your happiness because you don't want to leave them in this position either. What about this guy? What about this girl? Okay? When did they get their happiness? Should two's happiness outweigh this one? You got to decide. That's what this whole thing is about. So join me for the extended, and let's get a little bit more. I'm going to go ahead, like I said, and read our Moonology. And then we'll follow that up with the close of this part of the read. And if you are interested, I do still have the extended will be up for free. So feel free to join in and catch the other half, which usually it's like the other shoe falls. And we have so much more clarity when we are able to clarify. I don't clarify a lot because otherwise these reads would take a long, long time. So I'll try to hold this up here for you as I read, and hopefully you can see it. Show the world the real you. Full moon in Aquarius. This card brings the message from the cosmos that you need to detach a little from whatever situation you're asking about. Someone might be keeping you at arm's length now, but it's no bad thing. It's important for you to allow life to unfold and progress, even if change seems like a frightening prospect. If you've been holding yourself back from showing the world the real you, this card reminds you that your unique characteristics are what make you special. In a relationship, are you being too aloof or detached? Go ahead and be yourself in whatever is coming up to you. Attune to the moon. Beware of your feelings, but also prepare to move on. Additional meanings for this card. Don't lose the beauty and romance of life. You are too much in your head. We heard that already. Because look, this is your body card. You're too much in your head. That's what she's doing. She's locking herself in her head. Absolutely. So it goes on to say a situation is going to take a very unexpected turn. Huh. Maybe it pushes this person into being real. I don't know. There's an outcome here. We're going to have to look into this. And then it says, a friend needs you. Be there for them. The teaching. Every full moon is a time to release and let go. But the addition of Aquarian energy to the mix triples that message. Aquarius is the opposite of clingy, and pulling this card at any time suggests either you need to let go or someone is thinking they are the ones who need to let go. Perhaps of you. What needs to go? What is the right thing to do? Whatever happens next could be highly unconventional or unexpected. All right, now my curiosity is completely up, you guys. We got to get into the extended and figure out what is this unexpected event. All right, with that, I want to say thank you so very much for joining me on this intense, heart story. It's love, absolutely, but it's intertwining the divines. We're looking at a major arcana as the outcome. An Empress handing the cup. We've got show the world the real you. We've got King of Air, Messenger of Wand, King of Earth. We have two kings. We have a King of Air and we have a King of Earth. Huh. We have a Gemini possibly up here. Could be Libra. Well, you guys, Aquarius could be Aquarius. With that, I will close this part off. And if this is where you leave me, I want to thank you again so much for sharing your time with me. I appreciate the opportunity and thank you and the divine for the opportunity to share this message to whoever this belongs to. And with that, light and love and namaste.